Welcome everybody. SMEQuest is a website dedicated to small and medium enterprises, providing useful content, resources, information, features, stories, and news for people running and working in SMEs and startups. SHEQuest is an arm of, or rather, the heart of SMEQuest, to recognize and celebrate women from all walks of life in our diverse and thriving community, showcasing extraordinary examples of courage, triumph, compassion, transformation, skill, and success. Through SHEQuest, we bring stories of women entrepreneurs from around the globe who have achieved success but not without failures or setbacks. Through optimism, determination, and pride, they have achieved everything they wanted in life. A strong woman loves, forgives, walks away, lets go, tries again, and perseveres, no matter what the life throws at her. One such woman I know is Namrata Pandey. Namrata Pandey is a young, dynamic entrepreneur and managing director of Evente Clinic. Evente Clinic is a leading event management company specializing in organizing real estate events, mostly promoting builders from emerging markets like India, Singapore, and Dubai. Prior to starting Evente Clinic, Namrata Pandey had worked in senior leadership roles with leading telecom IT brands. She currently lives in Singapore with a husband and a 7-year-old son. The one thing that most people don't know about her is that she holds a master's degree in Kathak, a classical Indian dance form. Thank you, Namrata, for taking the time out to speaking with SHEQuest.
Thank you so much, Neera, for having me over, and it's a very passionate thing we share. So I think I'm very honored to be here.
Fantastic. So tell us, what's the story behind Evente Clinic? How did you come up with the idea and the inspiration to start this company?
The Evente Clinic came about in 2013 as one of the idea which we had. When I was doing telecom, I moved to a real estate company. And to do that real estate work, we realized that we needed a very strong arm of marketing, which was a gap in the market. We found we didn't find anyone even to outsource our work to. So I thought that why not I start something small just to back up, or just to give a backup to my other company which I was working with. And that's how the idea came. And then we started doing all the events and marketing related work for the Indian developers in that, so that we control the quality and the entire communication of our clientele. And we realized there is such a huge gap that it became my primary work, and then no looking back since then. So it's 2013 we started, and now we are moving upwards.
Fantastic. Congratulations for that. Now, real estate is generally known as a very male-dominated sector, especially in countries like India. Now, how did you find your space? Did you have to fight for it, or did it come easily to you?
Interestingly, you asked that, do I have to fight for it? Yes, I do have to fight for certain things. Even earlier, we were discussing that there is a pay differentiation which we see. Even as an entrepreneur, we see the same amount a male counterpart will claim for the similar work. We may not be able to claim as much, or maybe the amount and the kind of time and the finesse which we deliver in our product. But we have filled that space quite a lot. Like when I started, the way I saw things were happening till now, when things are happening, it's absolutely different in terms of getting that recognition, getting that kind of attention. People know us now, but it has taken us about 8 years to be known to that market space, that yes, we do this and we specialize in this. But there has been an immense fight, an immense fight of acknowledgement in this space, and it is not the easy space. But what is easy?
And so do you think women leaders come across as less likable as compared to men?
Yes. I have personally seen that if the same amount of aggression a male counterpart will be seen in a very greater light. Wow, what a great businessman he is. But if a female counterpart will show the same kind of aggression, not very good words will be used about her in her absence. So we see that being kind and being gentle and being generous to your work, even a male or a female counterpart, it should be the part of your work ethics. But I do feel that women are not seen in the best of the light if they are very cutthroat and very aggressive and very to the point and very curt. They are sometimes not as likable unless they are very gentle and very kind and very smiley and very, all that.
Now, when it comes to being an entrepreneur or anything else for that matter, there are certain characteristics that builds that person. For an entrepreneur, what would you say are some of those characteristics that they should have, and anything that specifically women entrepreneurs should have?
I would highlight on a few points on this question. You, as an entrepreneur, you should have a right determination and integrity for the work which you do, because without integrity, anybody performing anything doesn't go the longest way. Then as an entrepreneur, you should have the capacity to take risk. Point number 3, there the women think also comes a little more handy, is capacity to sacrifice. As women, we do think about our family first, and a lot of times. So having the right balance of those sacrifices which you are doing and compensating it and building the right foundation for your kids as well, teaching them in the right way that yes, that your mother is doing it because it is the right thing to do. I think these parameters builds a right entrepreneur, especially among women. So I don't know, men also go through the different challenges and they have their different set of sacrifices they make, but I can only think as a woman entrepreneur, I do see it, that judgment every day. So, and the last but not the least, I would say a decision making. Any entrepreneur has to be very, very clear about the decision making capabilities they have. They have to take decision every day. You cannot keep it to the side and sit somewhere, and it's the most difficult thing to do. I personally feel out of all the 4, to me, every day the decisions I have to take, I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but I have to take it. And if you have the right set of tribe and the people around you, you can take the right counsel.
So Namrata, you obviously started your business in Singapore, and same for us as well. And starting a business in Singapore is fairly simplified. It's very organized, and the government gives a lot of different types of grants depending upon what your business plan is, what sector. Was there any help that you had taken at all?
We got selected by Enterprise Singapore the first time we applied there for the fundings, and we did get the fundings for the first time when we applied there. And time of COVID, they came as rescuers. They gave us their own guidance in terms of how we can make it an online business and everything. And we did take their help, support, money to build the next phase for us.
So you just now mentioned about COVID, and you said you made some changes. So how did you change your business, or did you have to do anything differently, like you're saying, going online? Can you tell us a little bit more about how you dealt with this?
January, we realized that COVID already entered the market, and it was very funny. We were planning and we were changing countries because COVID was happening in certain countries, and we realized that we can't do business in the similar format, which was our physical shows. And we were only the physical show company. We never knew anything else. We were a very traditional marketing company for real estate, because we work with a very traditional market, which is India. So And that was a big moment for us, and we kept our, almost I could say, a shop closed from January until June.
Wow.
We did not know what to do, and we were also trying to figure it out. I think day in, day out, we were trying to figure it out what next for us. It has to match with the right capability which we own. So the first thing which me and my partner did, my partner, she's in India, and what we did is to upskill ourselves. We had to upskill our own capabilities first to even digitalize us. So we did our type of studies and courses and everything. We upskilled ourselves first, and then Enterprise Singapore came, and we said, okay, we'll plunge into the digital space, and we decided to make a online portal only catering to NRIs worldwide. So we have just launched the first phase of it, and now we will be exploring the market along with it. The response is very, very good, because we did see, I think something like this never existed. So we say difficulties give you opportunities, and if you sense the opportunities correct, which we were not being able to for about 5 months, believe you me, I was like completely into the shell, where I was only into the thinking zone, and I just did not know anything. What am I going to do next? And then this thing came about, and we gave about 1.5 months in making that platform existing, and then we started selling, and we have good clients in that, and we have good people on board from both the sides, and it's doing well.
And look, the world is changing constantly. It's COVID now. There were other things prior to this, and there will constantly be something or the other that is going to keep changing. Now, how do you keep yourself abreast with what are the industry trends and what's happening, and how that will actually play in your work?
I've been very closely associated with a lot of industry, we can call it honchos or industry makers, and they're luckily in the one call away. So I do keep in touch with them to understand and to take my knowledge. On the other side, watching interviews is my favorite thing. To see a lot of value when industry people get interviewed, and I watch them and I pick the points, because I can do it in my free time. These things are very important. Keeping up with the newspaper and the newses, and the people who are giving newses are the people I know as well. So I do take that liberty to calling and keeping in touch.
Fantastic. So Namrata, what does success mean for you?
When from women entrepreneur, I'm just an entrepreneur, and I'm counted among top 10, top 100 is my benchmark of success. I want this inequality in our business or in our world, in the entrepreneurship. When this inequality diminish and becomes very almost negligible, I should not be even there in the first place, but as it is there, that is my benchmark of success. So when I achieve an award, maybe, but it should just be in the entrepreneur segment, not in the divided segment as a women entrepreneur only.
So Namrata, you've given us a lot of food for thought about your journey, of course, as an entrepreneur, and what to look for in an entrepreneur and how to be successful. Now, there are a lot of entrepreneurs out there who are just starting their journey, or have seen failures and successes, and are still earlier on in their journey. What is the one piece of advice that you will give to some of these aspiring female entrepreneurs, to be specific?
Never count giving up is an option in your life. So if that is not the option, you will always find a solution. But if that is not the option, and if anywhere we think, oh yeah, giving up because I have someone taking care of me any which ways, if that is ever the option, then we are not talking about the right set of entrepreneurs. But if giving up is not the option for you, you will find the options, you will find the solutions. Every problem has a solution to it. You just have to have that positive outlook to achieve. That is my one cent of advice, which is important. And another one which I stand by, have to have the advisors who can advise you right about your decisions, Nobody makes decisions in your behalf, so don't take me wrong. It is just that your perspective, your brainstorming, your every right decision which you're making, if it's spoken about, if you have spoken to someone which is a non-biased person who is not in love with you or just saying yes because the person is supposed to, you should have right advisors along with you in the journey of entrepreneurship.
Thank you so much, Namrata, for taking the time out for us. It was fantastic talking to you. And we wish you all the best with your journey as an entrepreneur. And take care and stay safe.
Thank you so much, Neera, for having me. Bye.